Do you ever feel that knot in your stomach, your heart absolutely pounding in your chest, right when it's your turn to speak up? Maybe it's in a meeting, a classroom, or even just a casual conversation. Or how about this? You're in a social situation, you know exactly what you want to say, the words are right there on the tip of your tongue, but you just freeze. Your mind goes blank, and the moment passes. If any of this sounds familiar, I want you to hear me loud and clear. You are not alone. Millions of us have been there, felt that exact same wave of anxiety wash over us, making us feel small and invisible. But here's something I need you to understand. Something that can change everything for you, starting right now. What if I told you that this shyness, this hesitation that's been holding you back, isn't some permanent personality trait you're stuck with forever? What if it's actually a pattern, a habit your brain has learned? And like any habit, it can be unlearned and replaced with something far more powerful. Because it can. Shyness is not your destiny. It's a challenge you absolutely have the power to overcome. And today, right here in this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how. We're not talking about quick fixes or superficial tricks. We're diving deep into the science-backed strategies and real-world, proven steps that will help you systematically dismantle shyness and build genuine, unshakable, unstoppable confidence. This isn't about becoming someone else, it's about unlocking the incredible, confident person who's already inside you, waiting for the chance to step out. So, if you're ready to stop letting shyness dictate your life and start living with boldness and self-assurance, then you're in the right place. Let's dive in and get started on this transformation together. Alright, let's get one thing straight from the get-go. Shyness is not a character flaw. It's not some deep-seated inadequacy that defines you. So many people I talk to, so many of you watching right now, probably carry this belief that being shy is just who you are, but I'm here to tell you that's a lie your brain has been feeding you. Shyness, at its core, is a habit. It's a learned response, a pattern of thought and behavior that your brain has adopted, usually for what it thinks are very good reasons. It's trying to protect you, to keep you safe. Think about it. Your brain is wired for survival. Its primary job is to scan for threats and keep you out of harm's way. And what does it perceive as a threat in social situations? Rejection, embarrassment, failure, the possibility of looking foolish or being judged. So when you're faced with a situation where these outcomes feel possible, like speaking up, meeting new people, or putting yourself out there, your brain sounds the alarm. That feeling of shyness, that urge to withdraw, is your brain's attempt to pull you back from the perceived danger zone. It's a defense mechanism. But here's the crucial twist, the part where this protective instinct backfires spectacularly. Every time you listen to that shy feeling, every time you avoid the situation that triggers it, you're actually reinforcing the fear. You're teaching your brain, yep, that was dangerous, good thing we avoided it. This creates a vicious cycle. You feel shy, you avoid, the fear gets stronger, you feel even shyer next time, and you avoid again. Avoiding doesn't make the fear go away, it feeds it, making it bigger and more powerful over time. To truly change and break free from the grip of shyness, we absolutely have to interrupt this cycle. Once you understand that shyness is a habit, the next critical step is to look at the engine driving that habit. Your mindset, specifically, your internal dialogue. What are the stories you're constantly telling yourself about who you are and what you're capable of? If you're battling shyness, chances are your inner narrator isn't your biggest fan. It's probably whispering things like, "Don't say that, you'll sound stupid," "They won't like you," or the classic, "I'm just too shy for this." This internal chatter is incredibly powerful. So, the first order of business in rewiring your mindset is to consciously start changing that internal script. You need to become the editor of your own thoughts. Instead of letting that automatic negative thought, "I'm shy," run on repeat, I want you to catch it and reframe it. Replace it with something more empowering, something that acknowledges growth. Try this. "I'm currently working on becoming more outgoing," or even simpler, "I'm growing." This isn't about lying to yourself, it's about shifting your identity from a fixed state to a dynamic process of development. Next up in our mental gym is the incredible tool of visualization. Don't dismiss this as some woo-woo technique. Athletes, performers, and top executives use it for a reason. It works. Before you enter a situation that typically makes you feel shy, take a few moments to vividly imagine it going well. See yourself speaking clearly and confidently. Picture yourself smiling, making eye contact, engaging easily with others. Feel the positive emotions associated with that successful interaction. Do this repeatedly. Why is visualization so effective? Because your brain often has a hard time distinguishing between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you consistently visualize yourself succeeding, feeling confident, and navigating social situations with ease, you're literally creating new neural pathways. You're pre-paving the road to success. Alright, we've talked about understanding shyness and rewiring your mindset. Now we get to the part that truly accelerates your journey out of shyness and into confidence, taking action. I'm going to tell you a fundamental truth. The fastest, most effective way to destroy fear is to walk straight through it with small, bold actions. You can think all the positive thoughts you want, but until you start things differently, that fear will maintain its grip. Action is the antidote. The key here, and I really want you to hear this, is to start. So often when we want to overcome something like shyness, we think we need to make some monumental leap like giving a speech to 1,000 people. That's overwhelming and sets you up for failure. Instead, I want you to focus on small, manageable, yet slightly uncomfortable actions. These are the baby steps that build real, sustainable momentum and prove to your brain that you do this. So what do these tiny, bold actions look like? Let's get practical. If making eye contact feels hard, your tiny action might be to hold eye contact with the barista for 1 second longer than usual when you get your coffee. If speaking to strangers terrifies you, your action could be as simple as saying hello or good morning to one person you pass on the street today. Just one. That's it. It's not about having a full conversation. It's about breaking the ice with a micro interaction. Maybe you're shy in class or meetings. Your tiny action could be to ask one clarifying question. Not to offer a groundbreaking opinion, just a simple question. Or if you're at a social gathering, challenge yourself to initiate one brief conversation, even if it's just asking someone how their day is going. These actions might seem insignificant on their own, but they are incredibly powerful because they chip away at the foundation of your shyness. I want you to think of each one of these small actions as a confidence deposit. Every time you do something that pushes you even slightly out of your comfort zone, you're making a deposit into your confidence bank account. Chapter 4. The Power of Body Language. Stand tall, feel confident. We've covered the internal game, your mindset, your thoughts. Now let's talk about the external game, because your physical presence, your body language, plays an enormous role in how confident you feel and how confident you appear to others. It's a two-way street. Your mind influences your body, but guess what? Your body also powerfully influences your mind. You can actually use your physiology to shape your psychology. So how does this work? I want you to start by paying attention to how you physically carry yourself, especially when you're feeling shy or intimidated. Chances are you're making yourself smaller. Shoulders slumped, chest caved in, head down, avoiding eye contact. This posture screams, "I'm not confident," not only to the world but more importantly to your own brain. It's a physical manifestation of feeling small and unsure. The first and perhaps most impactful change you can make is to consciously choose to stand tall. Imagine a string pulling you up from the crown of your head. Lengthen your spine. Pull your shoulders back and down, opening up your chest. This isn't about puffing your chest out in an aggressive way. It's about adopting a posture of quiet, assured presence. Practice this. When you walk into a room, when you're standing in line, when you're about to speak, stand tall. Beyond just standing tall, focus on opening up your posture. Uncross your arms. Keep your hands visible, perhaps resting gently at your sides or using them to make open gestures when you speak. An open posture signals approachability and confidence, whereas a closed posture, arms crossed, hunched over, signals defensiveness or discomfort. Think about taking up a little more space, not in an obnoxious way, but in a way that says, "I have a right to be here." Chapter 5. Surround yourself right. Confidence is contagious. We've explored your internal world and your physical presence, but there's another hugely influential factor in your journey to unstoppable confidence: the people you surround yourself with. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," and when it comes to confidence, this couldn't be more true. Confidence, and conversely a lack of it, can absolutely grow or diminish based on the company you keep. So, what does good company look like when you're trying to build confidence? You want to actively seek out and spend time with people who uplift you, not those who drag you down or reinforce your insecurities. Look for individuals who are generally positive, supportive, and encouraging. These are the people who will celebrate your small wins, offer constructive feedback when needed, and genuinely want to see you succeed. Their belief in you can be a powerful mirror reflecting back a more confident version of yourself. Beyond just supportive people, it's also incredibly beneficial to surround yourself with individuals who challenge you in a healthy way and inspire you to grow. These might be mentors, colleagues, or friends who are a few steps ahead of you in areas where you want to develop. They're not intimidating, they're aspirational. Being around people who are confidently pursuing their goals can ignite a similar drive within you and show you what's possible. One of the most powerful things you can do when you're in the presence of confident individuals is to simply observe them. Pay attention. How do they move? Notice their posture, their body language. Do they stand tall, make eye contact, use open gestures? How do they speak? Listen to their tone of voice, their clarity, the way they articulate their thoughts. How do they connect with others? Watch how they initiate conversations, listen actively, and build rapport. This isn't about mimicking them to the point of losing your own authenticity. It's about learning by osmosis and observation. When you see confident behaviors modeled effectively, it demystifies them. It shows your brain, oh, that's how it's done. That doesn't seem so impossible. You start to pick up on subtle cues and strategies that you can then adapt and integrate into your own style, making them uniquely yours. There's a fascinating phenomenon that confidence truly is contagious. Chapter 6. Rejection is a lesson, not a loss. Your new superpower. Let's talk about the big one. The monster under the bed for so many people struggling with shyness. The fear of rejection. If we're truly honest with ourselves, this fear is often the primary engine driving shy behavior. It's the fear of being turned down, laughed at, excluded, or judged negatively that makes us hesitate, withdraw, and play it safe. This fear can be paralyzing, keeping us from pursuing opportunities, making connections, and expressing our true selves. But here's a perspective shift that can be an absolute game-changer. Rejection is not a definitive statement about your worth as a person. It is not a final verdict on your abilities or your likability. Most of the time, rejection isn't even personal, even though it feels intensely personal in the moment. We need to fundamentally reframe what rejection means if we're ever going to diminish its power over us. So, if rejection isn't a reflection of your inherent worth, what is it? Firstly, rejection is often simply feedback. It might be feedback that your approach needs tweaking, that your timing was off, or that what you were offering wasn't the right fit for that particular person or situation at that particular time. It's data. And like any data, you can analyze it, learn from it, and use it to adjust your strategy for next time. It's not a no to you as a human, it's often a no to the specific request or circumstance. Secondly, rejection can be powerful redirection. Sometimes a no in one area is the universe's way of nudging you towards a yes in another, potentially better direction. That job you didn't get might free you up for an even more amazing opportunity down the line. That person who wasn't interested might make space for someone who truly appreciates you. Instead of seeing rejection as a dead end, try to see it as a detour pointing you towards a path that might ultimately be more aligned with your true journey. And most importantly, rejection is an incredible catalyst for growth. Every single time you face a potential rejection and move forward anyway, you are building resilience. You are teaching yourself that you can handle it, that it won't break you. Each no you encounter, when processed constructively, makes you stronger, wiser, and more adaptable. Your confident future starts now. Listen to me very carefully. You weren't born shy. That's not who you are at your core. Somewhere along the line, through experiences, through messages you received, you were conditioned to play small, to quiet your voice, to shrink back. But I'm here to tell you, with every fiber of my being, that that is not your story anymore. Not unless you choose for it to be. Today, you've been given the insights, the understanding, and the practical tools to rewrite that narrative. You now know that shyness is a habit you can break. You have the strategies to rewire your mindset, to harness the power of your body language, and to understand the incredible impact of taking small, consistent actions. You know the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people, and crucially, how to reframe rejection not as a failure, but as fuel. You have the tools. The blueprint is in your hands. Now it's time to stop just learning and start. It's time to use them. So, I'm calling you to action. Starting today, I want you to consciously choose to speak up, even when your voice trembles. I want you to stand tall, even when you feel small inside. I want you to take that one tiny, bold step that scares you a little. Because when you start to consistently take action, when you begin to embody this emerging confidence, you'll be amazed at how the world starts to respond to this new, empowered version of you. Opportunities will open up, connections will deepen, and you'll unlock a level of self-assurance you might not have thought possible. Your confident future is waiting for you to claim it. If you found this video helpful, if it sparked something in you, then please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to Alpha Mind for more content just like this, and share this video with someone you know who needs to hear this message. We drop new videos every single week, all designed to help you grow smarter, stronger, and more confident in every area of your life. And before you go, drop a comment below. What's one bold action, no matter how small, that you commit to taking today to crush shyness and build your confidence? Let's support each other.